Hey, what's up guys, Eva94 back with another action figure review. Today we're looking at the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Destro. So this is the new G.I. Joe 6-inch line brought to you by Hasbro, long requested and long awaited by many fans for many years. And finally it is here, so let's check out what they have to offer. I'm starting it off with Destro since he seems to be very popular and a lot of people were pretty hyped when they announced this figure coming in wave 1. So let's check him out first. So here's the box art, here's the box design of the G.I. Joe Classified Series. So that is the front, of course. Here is the side. This is a window too, so that's pretty nice. And then this is just a piece of cardboard on the inside showing those symbols. This is number 3 in this. I don't know if they're gonna number these just like Black Series, but this is number 3 of the line so far. Then we have this design on the side here, and then on the back side, I love the art here. So it doesn't show you the wave, it doesn't show you what's included, but it shows you this very super cool looking poster here. And you know, how cool would this be to have a full-size poster of this hung up on the wall? So that looks cool. Maybe it's got some teasers of what's to come in the future. And that is all you're gonna get for the box. So let's go ahead and crack them open. If you guys are interested in ordering this line, you could do so at Big Bad Toy Store down below in the link in the description. They should still have pre-orders up. Alright, so Destro comes with a few accessories packed in. So seeing that this is Hasbro, we're always expecting some sort of Build-A-Figure piece with Hasbro stuff, but that's not the case when it comes to Star Wars, that's not the case when it comes to Overwatch, and it's not the case when it comes to G.I. Joe Classified Series right here. At least not yet. I see that their Ghostbusters series is gonna have a Build-A-Figure, so I don't know, they just kind of pick and choose there. But definitely they have a lot of potential for this line to do Build-A-Figures. It could be Build-A-Vehicles too, seeing that there's so many vehicles that they could do. So I don't know, we'll see what happens with further lines. But right now there is no Build-A-Figure, but what he does come with is a couple of guns here. So let's take a look at the accessories right now. We have this weapon here, and I don't know the names of it, so please forgive me, but I do like that they are painted, so they give it some detail here, and I appreciate that because they don't always do that with Marvel Legends. They do it with Black Series though. I know it's a different team. It goes to show that it is a different team because they always color and paint their weapons in Black Series, but they don't do it with Marvel Legends, not all the time. But they are doing it here with G.I. Joe. And then we have this one. This one's not so painted, but at least it's not, I mean, it is painted, but it's just painted one color. It's not just a solid plastic. Like they do with like they do with Marvel Legends. I'm getting it all mixed up here, but they painted it gold, and that looks pretty cool. And then we get his briefcase here. So got the Cobra on the front there. It's engraved, it's sculpted, it's painted, so that looks nice. There's the back. Got the gloss there. They painted the little buckles here, and then you can just open it, and they even painted it inside. So you see the keyboard there, the little screen. That's pretty cool. So I do like this. Also nice added touch with the paint job inside. And those are all of his accessories that he comes with. Alright, so we're going to take a closer look at Destro before we get into the articulation. I really want to point out how nice this very metallic silver paint is on the head. I don't know what paint they use, but I wish they would use this kind of paint on like the Winter Soldier's arms, on any other figure that has a metallic paint on them. Like they could make an Iron Man out of this paint right here. But I like it. It came out very well done, as you see. Really good job on the paint job and the head sculpt overall. You can see the eyes are painted nice too. Alright, going down, we got the separate piece as a necklace, which is also painted very nice too. You see the torso here. We got black and gray color, two colors painted there. The forearm, got some missiles or rockets on his forearm. The belt is a separate piece that's connected to this holster piece. Now here you can tell they did not paint this holster. They could have done that because it's probably the only thing not painted on this figure. So it kind of seems odd because everything else is nicely detailed and painted, and they just kind of skipped out on this little holster piece here. But that's about it for that. On the back side, we got a peg hole on the back. And then down to the boots. Take a look at the boots. They even painted the tips of his boots there. Very nice. So now we'll pan out for a little bit and get a look at his articulation. So Destro has a ball jointed head. He can look up and he can look down about that far. We do get neck articulation there. You can kind of tilt the head as well. And of course you can go left and right with the head. The arms, and as you can see with the shoulders, he's got those butterfly joints in there too. So the arms will go forward and back, in and out. The butterfly joints aren't too deep, but it's something and better than nothing, and they can go back out too. In and out. And then there's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, swivel at the wrist with a side hinge on this wrist, and then we have a side hinge on this wrist as well. We have a ab crunch at the torso, pretty deep going back and pretty deep going forward too. So that's not too bad. We have a waist swivel. T-jointed legs are going to kick forward and back, in and out. He can do a full split. We have thigh swivels. We also do get double jointed knees. We do not get a boot cut. Oh no, we do. This one's kind of stiff. It wasn't moving. It's still not moving, but this one does move for me here. So there's a boot cut there. And then we have a hinge at the ankle, a rocker at the ankle, and that's your articulation. Just realized this, he does have drop down legs, which is very unusual by Hasbro to do. This is something that we see in imports like SH Figuarts, but look, you can drop down the leg for more range on that leg to kick forward. So that's something new and different. They don't really do that with anything else. Maybe they are starting to implement this. I really wasn't aware of this, so that's pretty cool. Lots more range than you normally do get with your average Legend or Black Series. And then here's a look at his hands holding his weapons. He can hold it just fine. Very nice grip. And there's the other weapon. So his weapons are held well. And then this holster, I'm going to say it's for this bigger weapon here. And you can slide it in. It's a nice snug fit. And that goes right there. His other handgun though, it's not going to go anywhere. You just got to get him to hold it, because it seems like it's not big enough to be holstered here. It looks like, oh well, I guess you can. Never mind. You can holster them both just fine. That's nice. Alright, so since this is the first of its kind, we're going to compare them next to some other Hasbro stuff. And first up, we have a Marvel Legends, of course. And we're going to do Cyclops. So this is on your standard Marvel Legends body mold. Used plenty times. I'll throw in Captain America as well. So there he is next to a couple of Marvel Legends, and they pretty much scale about the same. So pretty good. Next up, we're going to do Star Wars The Black Series. So we have Mandalorian and Cara Dune here, along with little baby Yoda, the child, on his in his arms there. Next to some NECA figures, we have TMNT, Foot Soldier, and Raphael. Next to some Mezco 112 Collective figures, we have Pennywise and Michael Myers. And next to some SH Figuarts, we have Ultra Instinct Goku and Jiren. All in all, my impressions, my thoughts on this figure, since it is a new line so far, seeing that this is the first one I got my hands on, I'm liking it so far. It feels and looks just like a Marvel Legend, articulation-wise, detail-wise, and if anything, it seems like it's more detailed than a Marvel Legend nowadays. But the articulation on it is pretty much everything that we would expect and want from a Marvel Legend or from Hasbro nowadays. So definitely the articulation is there, the paint, the detail is there on this figure, and we do get some weapons and a little accessory there, so that's nice too. So all in all, I think this figure is a nice solid release, and I like it. Alright guys, and that pretty much wraps up everything that this figure has to offer. This wraps up the review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, this first look, this quick look at this Destro figure. Hopefully it was helpful for you guys. I know this is a new line, and a lot of people are still on the fence about whether or not they like this or they want to get into this or not. So curious to see what the G.I. Joe fans out there are thinking and saying about this line so far. Hopefully now that you see this video, it gives you a better idea of what this figure has to offer. And look forward to the rest of the line. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like if you did, leave a comment. Subscribe if you have not done so already. And as always, have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.